Hi everyone, today's recipe is gyozas and let me show you how to make it. We start by making the dough. For that we need 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 egg. Into this add about a cup of lukewarm water and give this a good mix. Into this flour I'm adding about a teaspoon of salt and then slowly pour the egg mixture into this. And combine all this to make a dough. The dough is nicely kneaded. It should neither be too soft nor hard. I'm going to put this into a box and keep this closed for an hour. Here I have about 250 grams of pound lamb. To this I'm adding about a tablespoon of soy sauce, a teaspoon of grated ginger, a teaspoon of grated garlic, 1/4 cup of chopped green onions, spring onions, and also 1/4 cup of chopped cabbage. Before adding the cabbage, just ensure the excess moisture is taken out by adding a bit of salt to it and removing the excess water from the cabbage. And here I'm adding about a 1/4 cup of white part of the green onions, a teaspoon of sugar to balance all the flavors, a tablespoon of sesame oil, and the secret ingredient here is I'm adding about a tablespoon of chicken broth. You can also substitute with thick chicken stock. I'm adding a tablespoon of Shaoxing wine, which is also called sake. So this is totally optional. I'm going to combine all of this. Making momos is a tedious job, however it is worth all the effort. Finally, I'm adding a teaspoon of black pepper powder and a pinch of salt. And I'm going to allow this to marinate for about half an hour. Now let's get on to making the momos. The wrappers are ready. Now let's get on to making the dumplings. You're going to start by dabbing some water onto the sides of the wrapper, and into this I'm going to add the meat filling and then start pleating it. Seal the edges and pleat. Press and pleat. Press and pleat. Repeat and seal the dumpling. Just here is it. I made excess of dumplings, so I'm going to store these for breakfast. I'm going to put this into the freezer for 2 hours. gyozas are frozen. Now I'm going to transfer it to the Ziploc bag. So use it when needed. You can keep this for about a week. In fact, more than a week. So whenever you run out of time for making dinner or breakfast, you can just make pan-fried gyozas, or you can also make steamed gyozas. So it's very convenient. I'm going to put this back into the freezer. To make the dipping sauce, here I'm adding about a tablespoon of ginger and garlic, white part of the green onion and the green part of the green onions. And to this, I'm adding about a tablespoon of soy sauce. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce and 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar. And a teaspoon of sesame oil and a pinch of hot pepper oil or a chili oil will do. Give this all a good mix and our dumpling sauce is ready. To make gyoza, into this pan I'm going to drizzle some oil. I'm going to keep this on a medium flame and I'm going to arrange the gyozas. We're going to fry this gyoza for about 3 minutes until the bottom gets a little crusty. Into this I'm adding about 1/4 cup of hot water. And I'm going to close this pan and cook this until all the water gets evaporated. Our dumpling has nicely crusted. We're going to crust it on the other side. So we're going to flip over all these dumplings. Now we're going to drizzle some sesame oil onto this and our gyozas are ready.